Hello everyone, my name is Neil Mystic. Welcome to another video on how to uh, do a 3D texture thing. This time I'm going to do wood, and I've been trying it out for a little while. Oops, no. I've been trying it out for a little while, and I think I found a good way to get your 3D UV map for the grain thingies, whatever it's called, the lines of the wood. So what I did was I got this, our little base platform. Wood is overall thinner than brick, so I'm going to use a thin one. On this one, very easy, very fast. I'm going to, oh, no, I first need to do something else. I need to make a UV map. So let's make a fast UV map. It's again the cube thingy where you make your own dice or whatever. Okay, mark seam. There we go. Very fast. And now let's unwrap it. UV, select all, U, unwrap. And as you can see, it's again at the corner, so S.9, and let's drag it in the middle. Now the next thing, wood, it depends on how thick you want to make your bricks, your wood thingies. But yeah, I'm going to make a little bit soft of wood on the edges, just to make it look a little bit nicer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new cube. I'm going to go to edit mode, scale it down on the x-axis to a scale that I like. I'm going to drag it up. That's way too thick. Scale it down in this direction as well. SY. Something like this should be good. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go to my modifiers tab. I'm going to add in a subdivision modifier. And now Control R, whoops, I need two lines, Control R, scale on the x-axis to drag them out like that. Control R, two lines, scale on the z-axis like so. So this looks kinda more round off. Kinda, not a lot, but just a little bit, and that's all we need. Now I'm going to duplicate this and fill in the entire object like so. I'm not happy with the way it looks up here, but yeah, that's a detail. So we did that. Of course, if you want to make them tileable on top of each other, you will need to make these a little bit more like so on both ends. But I'm not going to do that. I just want to have one brick platform. Also, for those who want, let's say you want to make a brick fence thingy, and fences have like two lines like so, I'll do that as well. Shift D, rotate 90, grab, okay, SZ to make them thinner. I think that's about the right height, and SY to pull them out just a little bit. It's just for minor details. Of course, if you want to have that on only one side, you don't need to do it like this. You just drag it like so, and you don't need to make it thicker. But yeah, I'm going to do it on both sides. Nah, both sides isn't nice looking. So SX, no, SY, back to the same scale it was. This isn't the scale it was. And I select it as Y. Okay, so that should be about right. Now I'm going to drag this one out. just a little bit like so. And the same for this one, like so. So that's that. Also, I want to make these ones a tiny bit thinner, like this, and drag it more to the middle. SX, and drag it to the middle. Okay, so this is going to be our wall. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one. I'm going to go to File, Export as OBJ file. I'm going to put it on my desktop. Wood fence. Whoops, fence. LP because I use LP for low poly and HP for high poly. So that's that. Export. And I did it wrong. I need to redo it. Export. File. Selection only. That's very important. And materials. I don't need the materials for this one, so I can delete those. Now I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to go back to the export thingy, wavefront, and name this HP. It's just the way I do it, you don't need to do that. Okay, so now I need to go and show you the rest of it. Screen share. We're going to go and open XNormals. We're going to open GIMP. And all the other programs will be opened in a little while as well. Didn't I open you? Yes, I did. Okay, so we're going to go and look for our objects. What did I do here? Oh, upload. I like this one. I had a really good game. High definition map, so HP. Don't forget to delete, remove the previous mesh. Same here. Remove previous mesh and low poly. Baking options. I'm going to call it fence. This, well, this is a little bit high, but it's okay. Generate. Okay. And generate. There we go. So we have our little map. Now we need to do something else as well. I don't want to use this for my normal maps. Well, I actually do, but I'm going to try to do it in a different way. So in GIMP, we're going to make the texture. Close. Let's see where my texture is. I uploaded you, so goodbye. Don't need to do the update. I'm going to use this one. Drag it in. And I'm going to use my texture, my wood texture, which is in this map, seamless wood, like this. Again, I'm going to put this one on top of that, and I'm going to make it multiply. So there we go. I will need to make this one bigger. I'm gonna make it fill in the entire image. Scale. There we go. So that's that. But as you can see, most of the seams are in the wrong direction. So rotate. I want to rotate it by 90. And there we go. But now this little line is messing up. So I'm going to load in this one again. I'm going to keep it in the same direction because this one is good for those lines, but I am going to scale it down so it fits the lines. like so. Scale. And as you can see, it looks different than the other texture, and that's exactly what I wanted it to do. And what I need to do with this is Control C, Control V. I need to make a new layer to this. I don't need this one. What did I do? Oh well, I'll just import it again. I once upon a time I knew how to do that, but yeah. No, I want this texture. Delete, 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 delete. This one. Okay. So again, scale. That's the wrong one. Why? I need to delete you as well. I don't want you in here. Here. Okay. So again, scale. I'm sorry that I'm an idiot at these kind of things. And again, make it so it fits in the lines. Like so. Scale. Oh no, I rotated it. And that's not what I wanted, so easy fix. Rotate 90 and scale it back so it's in the right form. Like this. Like this. And like this. Okay. And he did it again. I don't know why, but okay. Well, this looks nasty. I did it right the previous time. There. Okay. So this one, we're going to export as. Instead of occlusion, we're going to use, well, I am going to use texture.png. And it's not going to crash on me? No, okay, good. So now we open Unity. If it wants to open at least. Okay. Want to open this. Okay, and you guys can see what I've been working on. Isn't it lovely? Okay, so yeah, we've got that. I'm going to drag in the things we made. So the low poly fence, this one. Come on, Unity open. Unity open. God damn it. What's wrong? What are you trying to do? It keeps loading in. Are you ready now? Yeah? Come on. Let's close that. Because it's stuck. I'll just make a new project just for this and find out what the problem is with the other thing. Probably something in Dropbox. So new tutorial thing. Don't want to have it in my Dropbox. I want to have it on my desktop. Unity. Okay, and just this one. create project. It's going to take a little while, but not too long. There we go. So now we drag in the ones we need, which is this, 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 and this one. We drag them in. I didn't need to import this, I'm sorry. Delete. I wanted to add in low poly fence. Okay, so we've got our little fence right here. The lighting is on the other side. We need to make a material for that. So create material wood fence. You can call it whatever you want. And it's time to add in our normal map, our occlusion map, and where's the height map? Here, and the height map. Okay, so as you can see now, it looks like a fence. If I rotate this, as you can see, the lighting, it changes as well. This is pretty good. It's not what I wanted, not completely what I wanted, but it's pretty good. Now the color, the texture, and there we go. We have a 3D fence. We can always turn down the occlusion, the height, and we can change the smoothness. It's on metallic, I don't want that. Okay, so here we go. This is our little wooden fence that we made. You will want to drag these upper lines in Blender. Oops. These ones, you want to put them a little bit higher, or add in 2 more lines, as said, to get that smoothed out a little bit more. But yeah, this is our little fence that we made. For those who want to have the grains pop out a little bit more, you can do that. And what I would suggest, as you can see, this is just some fence that's just one piece. If you look at it from afar, it won't matter that much if it's a top-down game, but if it's a 3D game, I would suggest you make these ones in a separate thing. So basically, you take your main thingy, Shift D, drag it out just a little tiny bit, like so, as set, scale it down, put it in the right position, scale it down even more, like so, and this one will give you a lot more detail if you do that. No, not SY, as Z, like this. If you export it like that and you had the UV maps done, then this will look a lot nicer. But yeah, I didn't do that, so this is our little fence, and I'm making it a top-down game, so this is actually perfect for me. Shift D, Control C, Control V. I get stuck with all those commands. But yeah, this is your fence. If you want to make it look a little bit nicer, if you don't want to have these edges, you go back into Unity, into Blender. You take this one, you drag it out. That's what I forgot to do, to be honest. So you drag these ones out. You select all of them. Export. Where is it? OBJ. And I'm going to export this as high poly fence. I'm going to redo the baking. It's going to ask me if I want to overwrite it, and I want to. Okay, almost done. Yes. Are you done? Yes. Okay, so let's show you guys what this looks like. I'm going to put this, all of this in materials. No, not you. These go in materials, and I'm going to import the new ones. As you can see, I'm using the same texture map, because texture maps aren't that different for what I'm doing here. And I'm going to make a new one, create new material, wood text, just something random. I'm going to put it on these two. And let's do it again. So these, no, the occlusion, the height, and the texture. This looks a little bit better, as you can see, because I did that different thing with ouch. Because I added more lines. As you can see, this plank looks a little bit different than the other ones. You can, for example, do it on this one, on the middle one, and on this one, so you get a little bit more difference in your texture. But yeah, this is basically how you make these maps. What you could also do is make two different textures, one with a line like this and one with a line going like this in the middle. So you basically have this one, that basically means you have to make 3 textures, or 2, it depends. If you make them like this, where you can rotate the object, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you can make 2 textures, so this will be the middle of the lines. That will give it a little bit more of a difference in the game or whatever you're making. I hope this tutorial was useful to you guys, and I will see you in the next one.